One of the gifts that we have is the ability to choose. We have free will. We have free will to stay stuck in what we are in, or we have free will to do something different. The point is that we always have a choice, whether we can see it or not, or whatever situation it may be. We always have a choice. We have free will. That's part of the contract here on earth, is that we have free will. And a lot of us, we tend to forget that we have free will and that we have all that we need in order to change our circumstances. Now, here's the thing, it takes work to do that. It takes perseverance, it takes commitment, and not to other people, but to oneself. You know how people go to college and they constantly, are going to school, they're studying, they're committed because at the end, they're going to receive a degree that's going to afford them a better way of living, right? Or if you're in employment and you go to work every day in your own time and you're a responsible employee, right? You're committed to that. Now, when it comes to us healing, that's the same type of approach that we need to have towards it. Now, this is the difference. We're not going to get a paycheck out of it. We're not going to get a diploma for it saying, hey, you've healed. But you will get your inner rewards. And that will take time. So this is not something that's going to happen overnight, that you can put a timestamp on it. This is something that little by little, little by little, little by little, with the choices that you make, that you constantly make, that with the falls that you have, you get back up and you continue to move forward. That continues to add up, and that does something internally to you until you finally see the results of your labor. And even when you do see the results of your labor, nobody's going to clap for you. Nobody's going to come in and say, hey, I'm proud of you. Good job. No, most likely these people are going to be upset. Why? Because you're no longer going to be so accessible. You're no longer going to be so easily manipulated. You're no longer going to be so available to them, right? And they're going to get mad. Or they're going to feel entitled to your energy or to your achievements, right? And so in that moment, in this moment, when you use your free will to choose to heal, to choose to open up a different pathway for yourself so that you can find fulfillment from within, what's going to happen is that as you align with love, the universe is going to show you. When you align with love, you also align with God, and God is going to show you who is for you and who is not for you. And a lot of people are going to begin to fall off. Everything that no longer serves you, including people, places, and things, will be removed. That's why it's so important that we detach from the titles, that we detach from the programming. Because most of the time, the people that you have closest to you, the people that you think care about you and that you love so much, are the people who have it out for you. And so what happens when you align with self-love and you choose yourself and you start doing the work, these things begin to be revealed to you. And as you are progressing in your journey, it's part of the process for you to be able to remove them and forgive them and not pass judgment and move on. Because not only are you doing yourself a service by doing so, but by you removing your presence and your energy from those types of scenarios, if these people are willing, they will also have the opportunity to do the same thing that you're doing. Now, you're not the one making them do it, but because you're no longer participating in those cycles, a mirror will be put up to their face and they're going to have to make a choice with their free will, right? So, a lot of people think, oh, love and light, peace, love and light, when we're choosing to heal and ascend and move forward and raise our vibration on all types of things, it looks a lot like destruction at first. It looks a lot like dismantling internally and outside, because this is what happens. If internally you are being broken down, automatically your outside world is going to match it, because As within, so without. The universal laws. So if it's happening inside of you, if change is taking place inside of you, if things are being dismantled inside of you, then automatically that's going to reflect in the outside world. So these are things to expect when you are being put through a spiritual awakening, through a dark night of the soul. Some of us were put through that. It was so much destruction happening that we were so broken that we were forced. Like our dark night of the soul was induced, like broken to our core. And so we don't have to go through all of that. We can choose to bring that forward for ourselves. And then you'll ask, like, why would I want to do that? Well, if you want to grow, if you want to expand your soul, if you don't want to wait till things fall out of line on their own, you can choose to heal. That's what healing looks like. It looks like a lot of things falling apart, breaking down because they no longer benefit you. They no longer serve you. And so this would be for your highest good. And it's slow. It's not something that happens overnight. Now, as you are aligning with love and you are connecting with God little by little, when you start praying, like there are certain prayers that you could pray, like, God, please show me who my enemies are. Please remove everything that no longer serves me. That speeds up the process. But you must be aligned with self-love. Yeah. And so when I speak on these things, I'm not saying that this is the only way that you can connect with God. No, I know that there are other ways that people are able to do the same. Now, I know that this is the way that I've been able to do it, and I know it works. And so I share how to get it done as well, because I've learned how to do it based on my pain and suffering and healing and forgiving and aligning with self-love. And so my purpose is for this to reach other people who might be struggling with certain things from their childhood, certain experiences that they had. You are not your experiences. You are not your childhood. You are not what was done to you. You are not what you did. Those were just experiences. We come here to have experiences and we don't remember. That's why it's important that we take that leap of faith, because in order to start to remember our purpose, in order to start to remember that we are one with God, that we don't need anything external from ourselves to be able to connect with God, we must heal. We must forgive. Our hearts have to be as light as a feather. This vessel here is just the vehicle that we use to navigate this realm. We are not our body. We are not what we wear. We are not what we have on. We are not any of that. Now, we do need material things. Yes, we do. I would like, I like money. I do. But we're not that. We're not that. And one thing doesn't take from the other. That's why it's so important that we do the healing work and reprogram ourselves and go through those belief systems. Like, for example, some of us may have had issues with money. We thought money was the root of all evil. No, evil fucks are the root of all evil. And so you see how we change the programming, because we need money to be able to navigate this earthly realm. Okay,